Michigan fans, Michigan women's hockey is live and on the air, and we are here getting ready to get set up for game number 2, Michigan versus Lindenwood. Michigan ended up with a tie yesterday, 2-2. They ended up winning the shootout, but that doesn't count towards the standings. But it was fun to see and a great time, and we made 2 of the shootout goals, which was impressive.
Yeah, and two of the 3 people shooting were first year players, so that's exciting for the future.
Absolutely. So, and as we take a look, let's talk a little bit more about that game that happened yesterday. If I can pull up some stats here. So Michigan is now 6-0-1 on the season. And if we take a look at that game, it started off, Lindenwood scored in the first as Antonio scored her second of the season from Cameron and Haurishko. So they had the lead at 13:07. Then in the second, Megan Matthews scored her third of the season. That was unassisted. That tied us up at 8:11. And then at 9:46, it was Keegan Gustafson who put it in, giving Michigan the lead. That was Keegan's second goal of the season. Going into the third, it was Weeks who scored at 4:07. Her second goal of the season. Bilton and Teague on the assists. Michigan had 3 penalties, and Lindenwood had 2. One big penalty in the overtime, but Michigan was able to kill that off. Ponif was faced 41 shots. She saved 39 of them. And Allarding on the other side faced 33 shots and saved 31 of those shots. What adjustments does Michigan have to make tonight to make sure they come out with a victory?
Well, we've really kind of begun our legacy as a slow starting team, and I've actually been honored to go in and speak to them and help try to inspire them to relinquish that legacy and continue to be a strong finishing team and start stronger, start faster like we started the second period last game. We're hoping that there's another move to get the tweaked lines a little more gelled. You can see there was a little rust and stuff, but we're looking forward to that. We're definitely going to focus on more shots on net and hitting the net. We're trying to get their goaltender to move from right to left. She's really quick. She's really good low. We're going to go over her. Glove is fast. We're going to try to go stick side and make her move right to left because she doesn't move that way as well. And we're definitely now focused. There's more stats. We know that 9, 17, and 14 are their ringers. They try to do a lot alone. We're going to watch them do that, keep an eye on them, and try not to do anything alone ourselves. Other than that, that's about it.
It's fantastic. So hopefully Michigan can get the win today. Little different rink here, as we were in the barn yesterday, outdoor rink, and then now we're in the smallest of the 4 rinks here. This is the Plager rink inside of this Centene Community Ice Arena. So little different sight lines today. We're going to do our best with the camera, but anything down on the left-hand side of the rink is going to be rough. So hopefully I can provide play-by-play and make it a little bit easier for you to follow at home. Little later game today, and then Michigan will quickly go about 45 minutes away tomorrow to take on McKendree University. So make sure to check that out. That will be a getaway day, as Michigan will leave directly from there and take the bus back to Ann Arbor. The top skaters for Michigan, Hansen now has, and let me make sure that is up to date because I think I refreshed that. So Hansen has 7 points, that on 5 goals and 2 assists. Swanson has 7 points on 4 goals, 3 assists. Lindahl has 7 points on 2 goals and 5 assists. And then 4 players now have 4 points. Matthews has 3 goals and an assist. Gustafson has 2 goals and 2 assists. And Carr has a goal and 3 assists. That's your top 5 point getters. So a little bit taking a look at the line tweaks. What did you see that you liked about the kind of the tweaks of the line changes, and what do you think you'll just take a little bit more time for them to get together?
Well, I think they were looking for each other. I think they worked well, especially on the forecheck. That was really strong. I think what they're going to do is they got to trust each other and headman the puck, and realize that if they've got an odd man rush, they move that puck aside. Now they've got a defenseman moving, and they've made the goalie move. And anytime you make the goalie move, you've created openings. And if they don't do that and they just take the shot straight on, she hasn't had to lose her bearing or lose her angle or open up on anything.
Yeah.
So we've got to make that pass across. And that's a matter of trust and confidence and coaching. And we're working to get them to do that. And I think that's the biggest thing, that get some people to move the puck over to open people.
Taking a look at the top scores for this Lindenwood team. Again, Haurishko stays at number 1. She has 4 points on 1 goal and 3 assists. Antonio at dangerous number 9 has 2 goals and 1 assist for 3 points. Weeks, who is on number 7, she has 2 goals for 2 points. Teague is in the top 5 for points as a defense player. She has 2 assists for 2 points. And then the number 5 spot is a trio, as Bilton has an assist, Cameron has an assist, and Carter has an assist. But again, as you said, it's really, at least this early with the goals they have, it's really number 9, Antonio, and number 17, Haurishko, who has really propelled the offense for this Lindenwood team. And that's what Michigan's going to have to focus on, as they appear to be very good skaters and dangerous with the puck.
There's a rumor that 9 moved down from their D1 varsity, and for whatever reason, and that's why she's here. When that happens, you usually end up with a ringer, and it certainly looks like her pedigree. So
yeah, absolutely.
I got to go to work.
Absolutely. So we'll let Coach Ned go and talk to the team. You're stuck with just me for a little bit. We promise we'll bring him back. Indeed. So Coach Ned will take that leg that's been worked on and getting better and better every day. So taking a look, something else we want to talk a little bit about is McKendree, who we will be seeing tomorrow. Adrian is also in this area, and Adrian is actually out. They played McKendree yesterday, and then they're playing Maryville today, and they're playing Maryville tomorrow. So it's fun to see CWHA with a number of 2 teams out in this area. And McKendree beat Adrian 2-1. So that just means that tomorrow's game will probably be that much tougher, that much more intense. But we have a game before then that we have to focus on, so we can't look too far forward as they just finished warm-ups. Things getting going just a little bit later. We had a puck drop expected at 8:30, as originally the time was 8:10, but that's when they got the ice. So with warm-ups and everything, it was going to be 8:30, but we're pushed back a little bit as they're counting down 16 minutes to the puck drop. So our goal of going on 15 minutes beforehand did not quite work, but that's the joy of ACHA hockey. You got to love it, and we try and be as flexible as possible. We appreciate you watching. Be you cheering for Lindenwood or Michigan, wherever you are at, thank you for your support of these fantastic athletes, these wonderful teams. We are so privileged to get to broadcast this game, and we are privileged to get to be out here with the team. The team did have a fantastic event. I saw a nice picture of them with the Michigan Alumni Association out in St. Louis. They got to watch the football game, and I'm sure had a fair amount of fun watching that game. So that was a nice event for the team. And we'll take a moment. Let's play just a little bit of the Michigan marching band, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about a couple more things and take a look ahead and talk about your standings. But very quickly, let us come in and let's just play a little bit of the Michigan marching band. Again, live here from the Centene Community Ice Arena, just outside of St. Louis, Maryland Heights, as Michigan taking on Lindenwood for the second of their 2 games versus them this weekend. If we take a look at the upcoming schedule, we do have these 2 games versus Lindenwood, and then at 2:15 Eastern Time tomorrow, November 12th, it will be Michigan at McKendree. And we'll be at the McKendree Metroplex. So we will have that game for you. Then Michigan next weekend goes on the road next Saturday, so a week from today. On the 18th, they will be over at Aquinas at the Southside Ice Arena. That will be a 7:30 Eastern Time game there. The next game, Michigan will have a benefit game versus the Old Puckers. That will be at Yost on the December 4th. That will be Monday, and that will be a 7:30 game, as we did get a chance to look that up. Then Michigan returns to ACHA action at Yost Ice Arena. That will be January 14th, as they'll welcome Rhode Island in. So make your plans for just after the new year, and watch Rhode Island as they come in to Yost Ice Arena to play your Michigan women's hockey team. So that's the upcoming schedule. Taking a look at the rankings so far, these are the most recent rankings that just came out this past Monday, as it was Midland, at the number 1 spot, 13-0-1 on the season. They were previously number 2 in the before that. Then Liberty is number 2. They are 9-1-0. This is all before this weekend's action. Maryville, who Adrian is playing today, they played them at 5 o'clock. They are 10-5-0. They were 5th last week. Adrian is in the number 4 spot, 7-3-0. Michigan at the number 5 spot. They were number 4 last week, so they dropped down 1 with the bye. They are 6-0-1 now. McKendree, who we will see tomorrow, is number 6, and that might flip a little bit depending on their win versus Adrian last night. That is going to be so. McKendree beat Adrian 2-1 last night, so they are 4-1 on the season. Arizona State checks in at number 7. They are 9-1-0. Indiana Tech is at number 8. They are 9-1. And I think I saw another surprising score coming, and we'll double check that, is I believe Miami University beat Indiana Tech yesterday as well. So that's a bit of a shocker. Indiana Tech kind of expected them to be kind of the beast of that West pod a bit, and it looks like we'll see what happens with that.
The other irony there is that the head coach of Indiana Tech left Miami.
Absolutely, Mr. Hicks. Yep, Mr. Coach Hicks.
So that will really tee him off.
I'm sure.
I'm guessing they don't sweep that series.
No, probably not. Probably not. Hicks is a good coach and wonderfully intense, and I'm sure he will had some things to say after that.
He'll inspire them.
Indeed. Jamestown, from North Dakota, they are at the number 9 spot, 6-2-0, and then Minot checks in at number 10. They are 5-7-0. So that is the ACHA rankings that we have currently. We want to talk about the starters here for Michigan. We don't have the starters for Lindenwood, but Michigan has Matthews, Swanson, and Flazar starting on the forward line. At the defense, it's Katie German and Moriana Cervantes. For some reason, my English isn't working for me. And then Johns is going to be in the net, so she will get the start, her second start. Last start was at Lake Superior State University, where she picked up her first win as a Wolverine, and we're hoping, fingers crossed, that she can get her second win right here in the St. Louis area. So, again, probably nothing that Michigan needs to change or focus on their game plan, having a freshman goaltender. John showed that she was quite capable in the last game she played.
She's very capable, but I was honored to be in the locker room, and I still call them my defense. I spoke to them and said there's nothing wrong with a no-shot D, just to increase our chances of success and help her out. So we'll see whether they rally around her. I mean, sometimes you make that change in hockey just to get people to rally. I also challenged them to move forward with a legacy of quicker starts, so we'll see what happens. Then I told a terrible hockey joke just to get them to laugh.
So a little seasonal for the Halloween season. So hit us with that joke.
The joke is you've got ghosts that love to play hockey. And what is their favorite position, Mark?
What is the favorite position?
Of a ghost in hockey is goalie.
Goalie, excellent. Here I'm thinking something about the PK killers or something, but absolutely. No, that's brilliant, goalie.
And I also understand we have a new sponsor tonight for the bad penalty calls tonight. Menski's, the house of bad Polish sausage and warm Jobel is sponsoring all the bad penalty calls tonight. So we're good there. And they would have been great to have on board last night.
Well, gosh knows we can't have the games we love without the officials, and as frustrated as we are as sometimes, gosh knows I couldn't do that job.
You know what? You are so nice to the officials. I don't feel like I could, if we're trying to average, I could be really mean to them because you are so nice to them. I've been an official. I get to rip them a little bit, but no, they weren't the reason we didn't win that game last night.
All I know is many jobs that I would not be good at, and that would definitely be one of them.
I will never do it again.
Michigan comes out. Again, they're wearing their blue jerseys with the block M on the front, numbers on the back. They have their blue pants with the white stripe down the side with the maize, and then the blue and maize socks. Taking a look, Lindenwood about to hit the ice. They're going to be in their white sweaters again, and again looks very, very similar to Michigan. It's a black as opposed to a dark blue, and kind of more of a gold as opposed to a maize, but very similar. But again, Michigan, the dark colored sweaters, Lindenwood, the light color sweaters, and the visitors are waiting on the home team, but that's okay. We're
hoping for delay of game penalty. But based on the way that nobody of the scorekeeper knew the protocol for timing with the ACHA, I'm guessing that's not going to happen.
And we have our first dog of the season, which is always awesome. Love to see the puppies in the rink. Gotta love that. Sadly, our new dog, Harmon, I don't think would be too well behaved at right now, but hopefully someday we'll get him there. It's always my favorite part about going to Munn, besides hopefully beating State, was seeing all the fantastic dogs that ended up over at Munn. It is fun. Here comes Lindenwood out on the ice. So Michigan's going to start going from right to left here in this opening period. And again, I know we are shooting through the scores box and the penalty boxes there, so it's going to be really rough to see things on that left-hand side of the rink. But we will do our absolute level best for you. And believe me, if you were here in person, it's not easy to see through there.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a tough time sitting down, and I'm going to apologize for not being able to stand up. But
no. You do what you need to do.
Yeah.
So Matthews coming out, starter for Michigan. They do have the PA going. Ali Flazar skates out to the blue line. Kelsey Swanson comes out to the blue line, starter. She was on the Michigan podcast. If you haven't listened to that, check that out. She was on there with Katie German, who's going to start. Now Moriana Ceballos comes out. She's the starting blue liner, and then your other blue liner is, of course, the other person who's on that Michigan podcast, Katie German, and we really appreciate them having them on. If you haven't listened to it, check that out. And Emma John skates out as she'll be patrolling the crease in today's contest. For Lindenwood, the Lions, Bilton is going to be the starting center. Weeks, who got a goal yesterday, comes out. She'll be playing one of the wings.
Not starting his number one line.
So Nichols starting at the other wing. So yeah, the line with Antonio and Haurishiko not starting. Now Martinez, one of the starting blue liners for the Lions. And then with her, the other starting blue liner and between the pipes.
Oh, the other goalie.
So we're going to get the other goalie, and I do not have this person on my
much bigger
roster.
And now all my plans of going right to left are out the window.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see if we can get the national anthem here. So it looks like it's Tung, T-U-N-G, who is the starting goalkeeper for the Lions. And she's played one game so far, had one loss on the season. So we'll see exactly how that works out for this team as Michigan comes over to the bench to get their helmets on. The beautiful
do a nice job with that.
Winged helmets. As we are getting ready to go. It ended up being a tie yesterday, 2-2. Michigan winning the shootout, but that for fun, not counting towards the ACHA points. And strangely, if you go to the ACHA website, it actually says Michigan won 2-0. But when you pull up the game notes, it's 2-2. So they're just trying to make sure I mess that up later in the season is what's going on.
I'll be honest with you, without throwing too much disparity at that website, I don't trust it.
Again, all the teams enter the own information and things happen, but it just makes it an adventure for us, but that's okay. As getting to start off, Matthews versus Bilton. That puck sent to the blue line, that controlled by Lindenwood coming down the near boards. Martinez feeds it ahead. Katie German down the near boards trying to get to Swanson. Swanson moves it over. Now Matthews dumps it into the zone, but that puck right around the near boards. Plucked up back behind by Katie German. Now coming ahead. Ceballos, that intercepted. Nice. Good job. Katie gets it over to Matthews. Matthews comes into the zone. Matthews fires it over into the far corner. That picked up by Wither. Wither feeds it down the far boards. Michigan fires it right back into the zone. That deflected. Right battle for it right in front of the Lindenwood bench. Pulled down along the near boards. Deflected off the far board. Ceballos tried to knock that away. Couldn't get everything on it, but that puck comes right to the blue line. Fed ahead by the Lions is coming in. Here comes Antonio.
Nice angle by KG.
That's sent around. Down on the near boards trying to get to it. Swanson comes right back behind the goal. Doty has it there. Katie German into the near corner trying to pull that away, battling with Doty. As that puck on the near circle comes back around. Katie German back behind Johns. Now comes into the near corner.
Now we got to fly the zone.
As that is fired and comes right towards us.
Thankfully, not the NHL with 2 minutes for delay there.
Yeah, indeed, absolutely. Yeah. If it comes a little closer to the gear, we're going to see my lack of grace and athleticism.
I'm going to protect Jim at all costs here.
Well,
That's my
I appreciate
job.
that.
Yeah.
My mother would kill me if I didn't come back. My mother would be mad if I didn't bring my father back from the road trip. Oh. Up, and that's a save by Johns. So shot early, Johns up to the task. 18:44 left to go here in the first.
Yeah, that hit something.
Scoreless so far here at the Centene Community Ice Arena.
We're playing in the wrong end right now, and our wings have to be more prepared for a breakout.
Good save by Johns, and then Kolwich able to clear it away from danger. Now there's a shot by Teague and a save by Johns. Is again, big, fast start by Lindenwood. They started fast yesterday, and they're doing the same thing today.
Yeah, already have 3 shots, and she's got 1 in the face. They're pinching from the blue line, so our wings have either got to fly the zone or at least turn to face it and be prepared to chip it out.
Johns gets that helmet back on, gets the glove ready to go.
Brand new weight wrap job is probably chipped.
Looks beautiful from here, though.
Yeah.
Face off in the near face off circle. As that puck into the near corner, Kolwich has it. Kolwich sends it back behind the goal. Bucksbaum has it in the far corner, trying to feed it down the far boards. Held in at the far point. That shot just goes wide into the near corner. Pull back as Harishko gets it over to Martinez at the near point. Harishko outside the near circle over to Doty. That pulled Antonio outside the near circle, and that goes all the way down the ice, trying to get it back to the near point and back into the Lindenwood zone. Wither has it back behind her own goal. Wither coming down the far sides, feeds it out in front of the far circle. Fed ahead all the way down the near boards. Plucked up there by Gustafson. Gustafson gets it over on the far side. Now Izzy German banks it out into the neutral zone. Battle there is Malashevsky trying to knock that away. Comes right back behind Johns and plucked up there by Gustafson. Gustafson puts it down the far boards. Trying to get it out of the zone is Lindahl. Move right into the slot, and the puck wouldn't settle down.
What a great play by Lucy to take that shot away. Lifted her stick.
Blaskovic with a shot. Good save by Johns. That puck comes right back to the near point. Slips out into the neutral zone. Blaskovic trying to get to it. Hansen trying to steal it away. Got to meet Lucy's father today, and it's fantastic to see all the wonderful parents and Michigan fans making the trip. That puck coming down the far boards, brought in. Weeks has it on the far circle. Shot in a glove, save by Johns.
Well, the goalie at the other end is getting cold, let me tell you.
17:06 left to go. Blaskovic moves it underneath the near circle. Katie German picks it up, trying to move it around. That puck into the near corner, wouldn't settle down. Now trying to move it over to Hansen. Hansen lifts it into the slot. That pulled ahead by Izzy German. Izzy German gets it into the neutral zone, bringing it ahead. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl on the far circle. Lindahl goes back behind the goal. Lindahl now into the near corner. That pulled by Lindenwood. Held in at the near point by Katie German. Gets it over to...
There we go.
Yeah, it's a great shot by Gargiulo as she took it top of the near circle, and a save by Tung. 16:32 left to go here in the first. Lindenwood has carried most of the play down in the Michigan zone. We'll see Michigan trying to take the face-off. Gargiulo trying to pull that away from Harishko. Puck back and along the near boards. Picked up there is Doty trying to get it out of the zone. Held in to the near corner. Hung trying to pull it away. And puck down the far boards. Here comes Antonio. Antonio has it tipped right back as Gargiulo and Antonio collided. As there's a shot by Carr from the far circle. Goes into the near corner. Trying to pull that away is Hung. The puck into the neutral zone down the near boards. Grabbed coming down the near boards. Trying to knock that away. Ceballos into the near corner, trying to pull it away from Antonio. Now Kolwich trying to poke that away. Antonio trying to work through traffic. Kolwich has it in the far corner. Trying to pull that back is Teague. Teague battling in the far corner. Now it comes outside the far circle. Picked up there. Here comes Nichols. And a great job. Gargiulo pulls it away.
This will be good.
Gargiulo one-on-one. Banked off of the near boards. Really good defensive play by Wither, using the boards to give her a little extra defensive room. Pulling that back, puck in along the near boards into the neutral zone. Kolwich has it, brings it right back in and fires it into the far corner. Wither has it there. Wither sends it right back behind her own goal into the near corner. Pulled there by Weeks. Weeks feeds it into the neutral zone. Battle for it, trying to pull it away is Flazar. That puck down on the near boards. Here comes Kolwich. Kolwich fires it deep. 15:08 left to go here in the first. And puck along the far boards in the Lindenwood zone. They fire it all the way down the ice. Stopped by Johns. 14:58 left to go here in the first. Bucksbaum has it in along the near boards as Tess trying to feed it ahead through the neutral zone. Battle for it in along the near boards. Firing it in is Swanson. Now that comes back. Here comes Miller. Miller, top of the far circle shot that goes into the near corner. Picked up there by Keller. Keller tries to move it back over to Blaskovic. Blaskovic with the shot. That helped right back behind the goal with the glove by Johns. The puck pulled back behind by Miller. Miller gets it, top of the near circle.
Ooh!
Oh, that found its way through some legs.
Whoa.
Keller not able to take advantage of that right on the edge of the far circle.
Hit her skate. It could have gone the other way.
14-17 left to go. The puck regrouping. Lindenwood has it at their own blue line. Bleskovic banks it off of the near boards, bringing it in. Here comes Haurishko. Drops it back to Antonio. Antonio outside the near circle. Trying to knock it away. Bucksbaum gets it into the near corner. Back over to Blaskovic outside the near circle. Now that comes back in along the end boards. Antonio into the far corner. Antonio tipped away by Gustafson. 13:52 left to go and scoreless first so far. Antonio and Doty trying to pull it away. Antonio top of the far circle makes
Put a
her way.
body on her. Tie her out.
Gets at the near point. Antonio makes her way into the near corner. Trying to poke that away.
There we go.
Gordon knocks her off the puck. That's sent right back behind, grabbing it. Haurishko.
Call it perimeter is good. There we go. Good save.
And knocked into the far corner. Good stick save there by Johns. The puck rimmed all the way around the boards. Grabbing at Carter outside the near circle. That back into the neutral zone. And that pulled. Nichols sends it down the near boards into the Michigan zone. Gustafson underneath the near circle. Fires it all the way around the boards. Picked up there. Back behind the goal. Here comes Izzy German. Izzy German gets it over to Hansen. Hansen setting up in her own end. Hansen trying to avoid pressure by Weeks. Comes down the far boards. Gets it to the far point. Trying to get it out.
Danger zone. Danger zone. They know that's a danger zone. We got to just clear the zone. There we go.
They get it out of the zone as Bilton was causing issues. Coming in, here comes Michigan racing over into the near corner. That pulled away. I believe that's Lindahl back over there.
Yeah, they got a penalty here, which is I hope it's on them because otherwise they're just going to let them play. It's going to get rough. Got a hook. It's got to be on them in their zone.
So looks like Weeks goes into the box. Michigan on their first power play of the night. 12:40 left to go.
See if we can work on that 30% number. Didn't get any. I don't believe we got any yesterday.
No, I don't believe they were. None of them were power play goals.
No. We didn't give any up either, which is nice.
Some Lindenwood fans here, lots of Michigan fans, and we love that. That puck comes to Gustafson at the high slot, over to Hansen, top of the near circle. Hansen feeds it over top of the far circle. Working her way in is Matthews. That comes back in along the end boards. Matthews gets it top of the far circle, trying to feed it underneath as that puck comes back out to the near point. Gustafson has it there. Gustafson gets it back to Matthews on the far circle. That's sent right back behind.
She's got to walk in, take
Matthews
that shot.
coming in, shot.
Good for her.
That comes all the way outside the near circle. Hansen with it there. Hansen feeds it back over to Matthews.
She's going to let you walk in.
Top of the near circle over to Hansen. Hansen holds it in at the near point. Comes high slot. Hansen from the near side to the far side. Over to Matthews outside the far circle. Matthews.
They're letting you walk in.
Works her way in. Gets it to Gustafson. High slot. Gustafson with the shot. Bodies out front. Couldn't quite get past the traffic, but it comes right back to Matthews outside the far circle.
Boy, they're packed in tight. We got to just walk in and shoot through a screen like there.
1 minute left to go in the power play. Out front. Shot. Trying to battle. And covered up. A little pushing and shoving out front. Good opportunity. And it looks like Tung with a good save there.
Trying to get that bumper at the center of the puck. They've just packed it in so tight. We may have to take one from that lower right or left side, depending upon which power play is out there. We're going to switch to the other side with this group.
54 seconds left to go in the power play to Michigan. Teague has it in the near corner. Gargiulo holds it in at the near point. Gargiulo moves it top of the far circle over to Katie German. Now that puck on the far circle. Malashevsky moves it over. There's a shot from the far circle, deflected. Swanson trying to get to it. Here comes Gargiulo on the near circle. That's a goal, Michigan, with a power play goal.
Kelsey?
Looks like Swanson indeed got the goal.
That's switching to the other side with that formation. That's great. You give them two different looks and force it in there. Chip away. There's a lot of bodies.
I can almost see a slight smile from Coach Upton over here.
Oh, yeah. He's the PP man.
So excellent power play goal by Michigan. Hansen moves it in along the far boards, gains the zone. Hansen on the far circle.
Okay, we're going to see if goals are contagious here.
Out in front, trying to shot, that got knocked away. Now picked up with her. Has it in along the far board, Nichols. That comes out into the neutral zone. Coming down, Bilton has it down the near boards into the Michigan zone. Bilton outside the near circle, that comes in along the end boards. Bilton trying to pull it away into the far corner. Michigan trying to knock that back. Bilton gets it to the far point. Shot there by Carter. Couldn't get through traffic. Definitely screened out in front. And puck held in at the near point by Nichols. Now trying to bring it out. Battle here by Hansen.
Out of
trying
the
to
zone,
poke.
guys. Out of the zone.
Still battling. Malashevsky has it in along the near boards. She feeds it out, racing ahead. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl makes her way through, trying to get a shot on goal, and that's saved. I think her stick was lifted just a little bit coming down through the slot.
Yep. She might have to, backed in that far, she might have to try a shoot through and use the screen and hope for a rebound. It's hard to run around people.
Just use the clipboard if you want to write out things.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Poor Coach Ned is trying to write on a couple pieces of paper, and I'm the jerk and have a clipbort here I'm not using.
Well,
so.
you make the big bucks. I'm just here scraping away. So
10-20 left to go. Michigan up 1-0 here in the first period. Puck in along the end boards. Now fired all the way down the ice. And is that going to be icing? It is, and that will head back over onto the far side of the rink.
I think they've got where the race for the puck figured out with this group. Yesterday they were doing the blue line. This guy looked like he at least got to the face-off circle.
That'll come all the way back into the near face-off circle in the Lindenwood zone. Face-off in the near face-off circle comes back to the near point. Kolwich with it. Kolwich feeds it down the near boards. That pulled away. Coming ahead, Doty had it. Doty gets it over to Antonio.
We're going to get one.
Antonio with a shot that goes wide into the far corner. There is a penalty. Yeah. Delayed penalty upcoming.
I think it's on Kara.
As that comes back, Michigan trying to touch up the puck. And that should do it. Gordon gets her stick on the puck.
This is her mandatory penalty a game. We're teasing her about it today. It wasn't a terrible penalty. She angled her off.
So Kolwich goes into the box, and Michigan will have their first penalty kill of the game.
Okay, so Lindenwood's power play is very different than most of the teams we've typically seen. They're going to set up to try to get a one-timer on the off wing to one of their forwards. Instead of trying to go to the bumper right in front, they'll set somebody up for a one-time.
Teague has it, high slot, moves it over onto the near circle. Here comes Antonio. Back high slot, Teague with a shot.
That hit a pipe.
As that hit the pipe, absolutely comes back into the neutral zone.
Jesus.
Pipe, the goalie's best friend or worst enemy, depending on how it deflects off of it.
Well, it doesn't even count as a shot on net, which is ironic because she got to walk right in. That's a little different than what we saw the last time they played, so maybe they've got a couple different power plays.
Harishko coming down the near boards. That goes right back into the neutral zone. Teague has it on the near circle of her own end. Feeds it ahead to Harishko. Harishko gains the zone, top of the near circle. Harishko outside the near circle gets it over to Antonio. Antonio feeds it high slot for Teague. Teague with the shot, and they score. I don't know if it was deflected out front.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I can tell you that was their first power play is super strong. Their second play, not so much. That was a heck of a shot. Top shelf. John's never had a chance.
And we're all tied up at one apiece. 2 power play goals, one for each team. Teague with the goal.
Get them while they're happy. The momentum is swung, and now we got to take it away. We talked about this. Matthews
comes in to take the face-off. Swanson to her left. Flazar to her right. Keller in to take the face-off for Lindenwood. Swanson trying to get it pulled in along the near boards by Fuchs. Down the far boards, Flazar trying to pull pressure back in the Lindenwood zone. Fired ahead, banked off of the far board. Swanson trying to knock it away. Good job to knock that away from Martinez. Now here comes Swanson down the far boards. Pulled away, coming in. Here comes Keller, top of the far circle. Keller with the shot and a glove save by Johns.
See, when they have that power play out, they have their 3 best players on that first power play. So the next shift after, they should be considerably weaker. They don't have the same depth and shorter bench.
They still have the power play up on the board, but
Yeah.
obviously it's expired. Puck into the far corner. Trying to pull that back away. Bucksbaum gets it over to Hung outside the far circle. Hung trying to feed it ahead. Battle for it. That pulled by Blazkowicz in the neutral zone. Nichols had it. Poked up high by Gargiulo. Trying to get it at center ice. Moved over and along the near boards. Here comes Weeks with it for Lindenwood. Weeks outside the near circle. Trying to drop it back to Nichols. Now Weeks puts it into the near corner. Pulled back over as Bilton has it. Bilton battling into the near corner. That poked away by Gargiulo. Comes into the far corner.
Great play by Ava G to come back and know that most of the time they cut back on that break-in and cover that cutback.
Carr takes it into the zone, puts it back behind and along the end boards. Battle back there, Bilton trying to grab it as it's a quartet back behind the goal. Picked up down the far boards. Carr trying to hold it in.
Forechecks how we got to beat them.
Bilton feeds it down the far boards into the neutral zone. Weeks trying to get it over to Nichols. Great job by Hung to knock that away as the puck goes into the near corner, back into Lindenwood zone. 7:23 left to go here in the first. 1-1 is our score. As Lindenwood brings it at center ice. Lindahl fires it right back in. Collision.
That's a check. She's going to get one. They're going to be short.
Illegal body check. Delayed penalty called on Lindenwood.
All right, we'll put that power play back out there. We love that. Good call.
Well, I am happy that they're calling it, whistling it down pretty quickly when the opposing team touches. I've seen recently, it seems like a few officials have kind of, you have to get possession and not just touch it, and that makes it difficult.
You have to write your name on the puck, and then they'll call it. Yeah, I hear you. That's a little frustrating. That's the same group that doesn't protect the goaltenders, and you've only got one on the bench, or none on the bench.
It's like the hockey equivalent of the Calvin Johnson catch where you have to take it home and bring it back the next day for it to count.
Right, gift wrap.
Into the near corner. Hansen has it. Pull back now, feeds it, top of the far circle. Michigan on the power play. 1-1 is our score. Power play goal by both teams. Now that fed.
Almost.
Stolen away.
Saved.
Trying to hold it in. Good job to fire it back deep by Matthews into the near corner. Hansen with it. Hansen moves it back to Gustafson at the near point, holding it in. Puck outside the near circle. Now Flazar moves it across the rink. Hansen, top of the far circle. Hansen drops it over to Matthews in the far corner. Matthews trying to work her way in, feeds it out to the near circle. Hansen with that shot. That comes all the way outside the far circle. Matthews with it into the far corner. Goes back behind the goal from the near side to the far side. So they do say it was Teague on the last goal.
Okay. Not surprising. She can rip it.
Outside the
Good
far
to see
circle.
him use the net as a pick.
Moved over, top of the near circle. Hansen trying to get it. That puck loose. Gustafson comes over, keeps it in the zone. 51 seconds left on the Michigan power play. Hansen gets it over to Matthews on the far circle. Matthews sends it back, and Hansen wasn't expecting that, and comes all the way back, plucked up, grabbed here by Gustafson, who goes back behind her own goal. 37 seconds left to go in the power play. 5:41 left here in the first. Michigan and Lindenwood all knotted up at one apiece. Swanson out right in front of the scorer's bench, trying to pull that away. Malashevsky back there as well. Here comes Gargiulo in her own zone. Gargiulo
got no help because our D is too close.
Trying to avoid Nichols. Nichols providing
lost an
pressure.
edge.
And good job by Gustafson to sweep that away from Nichols as Gargiulo lost an edge. Into center ice. Here comes Gargiulo racing down top of the near circle through the slot. Shot. Oh, that had a chance.
She had the pipe too. I'd like to ask who sharpens her skates, but I know.
Katie German with the shot comes over into the near corner. Gargiulo trying to pull that away, bringing it ahead. Here comes Antonio. Through center ice, and they're back to full strength.
There you go.
Good poke check by Katie German to get Michigan the puck. Now racing ahead, Katie German over center ice. That deflected in along the near boards. Swanson trying to bring it ahead, double teamed in front of the scorer's bench. Swanson still trying to pull that away. Doty sends it into the Michigan zone. And lifted ahead by Ceballos. Here comes Katie German. And centered up. Katie German gets it back onto the near circle. Centering attempt. That goes right back behind the net into the far corner. Bringing it down the far boards. Here comes Lindenwood. Gets it over to Doty. Doty backhands it. And pulled away.
Got him out of change.
Good job by Ceballos to quickly intercept that and move it forward. Ceballos pokes it ahead.
Trying to go for too many people on the ice, maybe. That'd be great.
Yeah, not a bad move to try and fire it right in front of the Lindenwood bench. as they were trying to get a change in.
Referee took that one right in the head.
That probably won't help the ability to call.
No, there'll be more sponsors for Menski's. Taking one to the head.
As that comes back, 4:10 left to go. Here in the first, 1-1 is our score. Cummings brings it in outside the near circle. Battling that puck back behind, gathered in by Lindenwood. Now Fuchs has it down the far boards. Grab there, keeping it, holding it in. Cummings doing an excellent job and moves it over, trying to get to Simmer.
Didn't like that call.
Now that comes back, lifted ahead, and that hit the same thing we saw yesterday. The linesman took that off of the skate.
Yeah.
3:42 left to go here in the first. Simmer has it. Simmer moves it over. Michigan brings it through center ice. Working her way in. Here comes Cummings. Cummings poked away. That gets it over to Gordon. Gordon with the shot. That goes just wide. Deflected out. Lindahl trying to get it. Gordon battling on the far circle. That pulled away by Weeks, who goes back behind her own net. Weeks coming down the near side of the ice. Banks it off the far boards. Bucksbaum comes back to get it in her own zone. Bucksbaum trying to avoid pressure by Bilton, puts it into the neutral zone. Weeks trying to grab it there, but good job by Michigan to knock it away. Here comes Lindahl outside the near circle. Lindahl trying to move it over. That puck right at the near point. Hansen trying to hold it in. Outside on the near circle. Here comes Hansen through the slot. Drop back outside the near circle. Nichols gets it into the neutral zone. Here comes Izzy German. Izzy German trying to get it to Malashevsky. Nice. That moved over. Go. Here comes Hansen. Hansen has it poked away, but trying to race back to get it. Cameron has it back behind her own goal. Now Weeks trying to feed it out. Hansen keeps it in at the far point. Hansen puts it right back in along the end boards. Chasing it into the near corner is Malashevsky. Malashevsky and to pull it back as there's going to be a penalty upcoming. And that
Can't
looks
see it
like
in that corner.
Looks like it's going to be a Lindenwood penalty, I believe.
Should be in that end, but you never know.
As it looks like Bilton goes into the box.
Cross check. Sweet. Let's get those 30%ers out there.
Michigan going on their third power play of the game.
Practically finished the period. That's a good thing.
2:23 left to go here in the first. 1-1 is our score. Michigan on the power play as Bilton is in the box. That puck at the near point. Gargiulo has it, moves it. Top of the near circle over to Katie German. Now Gargiulo back, gets it over to Katie German. Katie German feeds it outside the far circle. Trying to work her way in, Malashevsky. Now that move back, shot, tipped back to the near point, or high slot. Katie German with the shot. Martinez has it in along the far boards. Michigan gets it back to Katie German.
In.
She takes a shot that deflects and grabbed and held on. Tung has it. 1 minute 32 seconds left to go in the Michigan power play. 1:54 left to go here in the first.
I have never looked through more obstructed views to a goal in my life.
There's a limit to how much Coach Ned can stand right now, so I'm looking through about 3 panes of glass, and he's looking through a chain link fence in front of that.
3 panes of glass, yeah.
Coming in, Teague with a shot and a great save by Johns.
That was huge. That was a shorty chance right there. Thank Emma for that.
Johns does a great job taking a breakaway by Antonio. 1:23 left to go here on the power play for the Wolverines.
But you got to be careful of focusing too much on offense.
Puck gathered up. Gustafson back behind the goal. Comes right back behind the cage now. Moves it in along the far boards. Brought right back. Now Gustafson gets it over to Matthews down the near boards. Matthews into the neutral zone. Gets it ahead. Racing in. Here comes Flazar outside the near circle. Flazar goes back behind the goal. Underneath the far circle, Flazar gets it outside the far circle to Matthews. Now she goes back into the far corner. Flazar.
Sam's open.
Cycles it back to Matthews. Now Gustafson, high slot, moves it onto the near circle.
Good to see Sam step out further and make it spread it out a little. They're so tight.
There's a
shot
by Gustafson, and it is it a goal?
Too high?
Yeah. High stick.
Wow. Well, they're right there. I can't see it through the chain link. There were a lot of sticks in the air. You know, back in the day, we used to be able to score from up in the air. We were a test site for that in the ACHA, and we actually practiced shots, batting them down. The softball players loved it, but
I don't doubt that.
They've turned that. They've changed that rule now.
Now, probably is a little tough to have sticks in around the head area.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I think that's what they figured out.
Malashevsky brings it into the near corner, trying to pull that away. 28 seconds left on the Michigan power play. 1-1 is the score. That puck comes high slot. Katie German trying to feed it in. And it comes right back behind the goal. 40 seconds left to go in the period.
They need to be watchful behind. She's going to come out here in 13.
Gargiulo outside the near circle, trying to move it back to the near point. Now fed over top of the far circle, coming in. That deflects into the near corner. 23 seconds left to go as Lindenwood back to full strength. Bilton comes in, racing into the near corner. Katie German holds it in outside the near circle. And pulled back, and Lindenwood trying to feed it all the way down the ice. That's going to be icing with 7.8 seconds left to go here in the first period. Well, so far in the first, Michigan is 1 for 3 on the power play, so that is that 33% mark. And
I like the energy. They didn't start out with it immediately, but they've matched the energy now, I think.
And it's going to be a face-off in the near face-off circle. Malashevsky in to take the face-off. So that puck goes into the near corner. Martinez has it as 2 seconds, 1 second. And that will do it for the first. So what did you see in that first period, Coach?
Good hockey. I think we started out a little slow and then really figured it out. I think they're doing a little better job of protecting Johns than they were initially, that's for sure. It seems like we're getting more shots towards the net and putting more at it. If they keep taking penalties, that really plays to our strength. If you could say that you were going to go into this period 1-1, I don't think you'd be too upset at their home ice, and we're going to wear them down with our depth. I mean, they're playing 9, 14, and 17 every other shift. So good things to build on.
And they played a lot yesterday, so, I mean, at some point, no matter how in shape they are, at some point they got to wear down a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll hope to see that sooner than later, but you never know.
I seem to sense that they're moving the puck. Our lines are gelling a little better and moving the puck a little more. So that's all good stuff. So, good, thank you.
As taking a look here, very kind Mr. Gustafson offering us some water, and we appreciate that greatly. As getting ready to go here, let's take a look at our ACHA intermission scoreboard report. Sorry, Mr. Hanson, forgive me. Again, I need flashcards for the parents. I'm going to say that again.
I'm going to send you right now. I'm going to send you the parent link.
There you go.
That Kara's dad sends us. It's awesome.
I do my best, but I'm very good when people have jersey numbers.
That's what we need is the parents with jersey numbers or name tags, right?
Exactly, absolutely.
I don't blame you.
I would never ask them to do that for my own flaws and whatever. Taking a look at scores yesterday, we know about the 2-2 overtime tie here between Michigan and Lindenwood. We don't have a lot going on. We don't have as many games to cover, so let's do Division II as well. As Division II, Villanova fell to University of Pennsylvania. That was in overtime, 6-5. Lawrence Tech put it on West Virginia University, 9-1. It was Grand Valley State University beating University of Minnesota. That's D1. That was a 6-4 win. As a number of scores not reported here. North Dakota State University fell to Assaborn Community College. That was 5-1. It was Colorado State University doubling up Montana State University 6-3. And here's that big game from yesterday as McKendree University beat Adrian 2-1. We will see McKendree tomorrow at the McKendree Recplex. So we will check that out at the Metro Recplex. That in O'Fallon, Illinois. In Division I, University of Jamestown beat Division II Dakota College of Bolteno at 5-1. Midland University beat Minot State University 3-1. It was Indiana Tech. Okay, so this one was, I have to take a look because I swear I saw Indiana Tech lost to Miami University, but Indiana Tech yesterday beat Miami University in overtime 5-4. So a very tight game there as Coach Hick's old team playing his new team. It was UMass beating University of Utah 5-1. And that is all the scores reported from yesterday. Let's see if we can check out and see if there are any scores reported so far for today. As Jamestown beat Dakota College at Bottineau, that was 3-1. University of Connecticut in Division II beat Worcester Polytechnic Institute 4-0. Assaborn Community College beat Iowa State University 9-3. And for some reason, I'm going to have to refresh that because my internet's not being kind to me. It's the problem with not printing it out beforehand. Yeah, I'm not, for whatever reason, I'm not getting the rest of that. I do remember seeing something, and I'll have to look that up, but that's all right. I really thought I saw something about Miami beating Indiana Tech, but I may be completely all wet out there as try and check my phone. Let me
make a shout out to we got another body from the left coast following us today up in Seattle. I've got a brother-in-law, Denny Kerr, listening and following U of M women's hockey. We'd like to thank them for their support and following as we spread the word.
We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching wherever you are at. Thank you for cheering for these teams, be it Lindenwood or hopefully Michigan. We are very grateful for your support of all these wonderful, amazing athletes. As we are watching the ice get resurfaced, we have about 10 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Let's play a little bit of the Michigan Marching Band, then we will come back for your second period action. You're watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Harper Broadcasting. as both teams looking to come out onto the ice. Heard a huge kind of cheer from out in the hallway. There's a couple different games going on.
It's a busy place. Mark, I got a update from our bad call sponsor. And they up the ante if you keep your ticket stub. And for every bad call at Menski's, you can get a bad sausage and a warm Joe Bell after the game. So we're at one bad call so far.
Fantastic. We did get a chance to look up, and it was 4-1 Miami University beating Indiana Tech. That was earlier today.
That's huge.
That was a home and home. So that was Miami University's first win of the season. But they have had a really tough schedule. Very similar to Lindenwood. They've had a lot of difficult games. So
the key thing is didn't sound like it may have been a goalie standing on their head, but it wasn't like they saw 70 shots. You said it was 32?
It was like 32 shots to 23. So yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
As the Cummings coming into the rink, and we appreciate seeing them here as well. 20 minutes up on the clock, getting ready for the second here. Puck tipped in along the near boards, racing back to get it is Wither. Wither has it into the near corner. Wither sends it in along the boards, picked up back over on the far side by Nichols, sent back down into the Michigan zone.
That could have been a trip.
Pull back behind the Michigan goal, coming in along the near boards. Pressure coming by Wither, holding it in at the near point. Battle for it is Flazar trying to poke that away. We're 30 seconds into the second. 1-1 is our score. The puck comes into the far corner. Katie German pinned against the boards. As that puck back, and we have a broken stick, it looks like. No, just poked away. As Swanson grabs it, the puck into the far corner of the Michigan zone. Again, Lindenwood keeping the puck down in the Michigan zone early in this period. As
I wonder if Katie's lost an edge. That's like the third time she's fallen in one shift. I know she's involved deeply there, but
she was actually playing the puck from her knees, trying to keep it out of there, so that's dedication. As the puck comes in along the near boards, Lindenwood chases it with her, has it at her own blue line, gets it over to Martinez. Martinez banks it ahead over for Antonio. As
that's taking space on number 9.
All the way back, and a whistle.
We're not going to get a penalty here, right?
I did not see one.
Sticks were flying, but she just ran into Matthews.
That will come all the way back into the Michigan zone, into the far face-off circle.
That's what you get for skating too fast.
As in to take the face-off, Matthews in there versus Rishko outside the far circle. Katie German trying to pull it down the far boards. Still battling there. Swanson gets it into the neutral zone. Fired right back in. Trying to fire it into the Michigan zone. Now it's at the far point. The puck battle for it in front of the Lindenwood bench. Now that puck sent over to Simmer. Banked back into the zone. That covered up by Tung. 18:24 left to go. What were our shots on goal for the first so far?
Well, right now we've got U of M with 10 and Lindenwood with 9. So it's a pretty competitive game. Not a lot of shots, actually.
Face-off is going to be in the near face-off circle. Gordon in to take the face-off. Keller on the other side. Bucksbaum has it, top of the near circle, feeds it over to Kolwich at the far point. Kolwich trying to cycle it down, trying to get it over to Cummings. Cummings puts it back. Gordon trying to grab it. That puck in along the M boards.
Ooh.
As Cameron feeds it ahead. Here comes Fuchs into the neutral zone. Fuchs feeds it deep into the Michigan zone. That will be icing and head back the other direction.
Good. Let's play in the zone to our right. That's the fun zone.
Indeed. It's also the zone that we can see better, so we'd like a lot of action down here in this period.
That is correct.
Malashevsky in to take the face-off. Keller on the other side on the far face-off circle. Hansen trying to backhand it deep. That puck knocked down outside the far circle. Now Hansen battling through contact into the far corner.
Get somebody
Hansen
in front.
Takes it, trying to feed it into the slot. That deflected outside the near circle. Hansen, because I'm battling connectivity issues right now. Please, please, please boot up. Please, please, please boot up. Looks like somehow we have a signal for the moment. We'll see what happens. That 16:58 left to go. As looks like we are back up and going. Okay. I will.
We'll quit juggling with the magic box.
There you go, no doubt. Okay, 16:48 left to go.
Here we go. She's due. Nice play. Dump it deep. We got people behind.
Hung has it back behind the goal, trying to clear it out in front. That comes high slot, shot by Ceballos. Coming back over, now that pulled down through the neutral zone, picked up, coming in Weeks outside the near circle, Weeks into the near corner. As that puck back behind, and forgive us for having an issue with the hot spot that fell off of a perch that I had it placed on to try and get better service. Carr has it outside the far circle. That is going to be icing and head back the other way. 16:03 here in the second. 1-1 is our score. Face off in the far face-off circle. As the puck sent back to the far point, trying to hold it in, and that will be a whistle.
Hand pass. Man, number 9 is working the refs, trying everything. Got to admire her for that.
Now picking it up with her, feeding it up inside the Michigan zone. Outside the near circle. Kolwich has it back behind the goal. And here comes Michigan. Matthews trying to pull that away. And Swanson trying to feed it ahead. Flazar racing over. That puck sent right back into the Michigan zone.
We're going to have to talk to Menskys about bad non-calls.
Coming ahead and along the far boards. Kolwich gets it deep. Icing waved off. 15:10 left to go.
There we go.
Is that put right back behind?
Kelsey's in the china cabinet, man. She's rocking people.
Puck put right back behind the Lindenwood goal into the near corner. Grabbed there by Cameron. As I know we're dealing with some connectivity issues, we'll try and reboot some stuff at the second intermission to try and get that taken care of. Now bringing it down. Slipped right back behind the goal. 11:08 left to go here in the second. 2-1, Lindenwood with the lead. Here comes Carr. Carr loses an edge. Teague has it. Teague right at the own blue line. That is the expired penalty. Lindenwood back to full strength. Oreshko calling for a right out in front. The puck outside the near circle. Trying to bring it ahead.
Thankfully, individual play.
Comes right back. Gustafson trying to grab it. 10:44, inadvertent buzzer for some reason.
What was that about?
I don't know what that was.
They're having way too much fun at the scorer's table anyway.
Well, I will tell you that what we have inside of there is a heck of a... I think the door didn't quite get closed. Okay, we're going to hope that hopefully our network connectivity is better. Here comes Michigan moving it down the near boards. Racing ahead with it. Simmer trying to get it into the near corner. Pulled away. Gordon into the far corner. 10:29 left to go here in the second. 2-1 Lindenwood with the lead. Harichko. 1-on-1. Harichko goes high slot now onto the near circle. Feeds it over to Antonio. Great job by Kolwich to knock that away. Antonio in the far corner. That puck comes back into the near corner. Harichko with it. Harichko gets it back to Wither at the near point. Wither sends it outside the near circle. Trying to pull that away. Gordon battling into the near corner to Bucksbaum. Bucksbaum takes it. Sends it along the near boards. Trying to get it out of his own. Wither keeping it in. Now Fuchs into the far corner with it. 10:53 left to go here in the second. Battle for it in along the end boards. Again, a quartet working there.
Glad you can see it. Way to get away with giving them those shots on that one-on-one.
Cummings fires it deep before going for a line change. That picked up by Lindenwood. They send it down the near boards. Here comes Fuchs.
End to end.
Working in. Martinez trying to get to cover. That's stolen away by Flazar. Excellent work by Flazar. That comes back along the neutral zone, fired ahead, and that will go deep into the Michigan zone. That will be icing and head back the other direction.
You know, that they're so used to doing end by themselves that when they need to pass it, they're not used to passing. Their passes aren't good. It's nice to see. Just got to take advantage. It seems like we have the energy. We just need to put some shots on net.
Well, we're back up with a megabit connectivity, but we're still having lousy connection. That's what happens when you're in the small rink. It comes back. Nice knock, shot by Ceballos, knocked down in along the near boards. 9 minutes left to go here in the second. Flazar trying to get it back. That grab by Swanson. Swanson sends it in along the foul boards. Fed ahead by Katie German, tipped back into the neutral zone right in front of the Michigan bench. Coming in, Matthews puts it in along the near boards. Matthews chases it into the near corner. She loses her stick, chopped out of her hands by Cameron. Into the far corner it goes. Trying to pull that away. Lindahl with it, gets it over to Matthews with a shot that just goes wide into the near corner. 8:28 left to go here in the second. Weeks sends it into the neutral zone. Ceballos grabs it there. Ceballos looks like, and that will go towards Mr. Cummings. As one of the players that somehow went all the way underneath the stands here.
Souvenir puck for somebody.
Indeed. Face off in the near, just outside the Michigan zone. Fired in by Teague. Teague sends it back deep. Tip back, grabbing it. Out in front. It's 7:57 left to go.
What a foul play. We got extra shots there. That was great. That's what you do. It's Emily, right?
Emily Malashevsky gets the score.
Good. She deserves it.
Teague has it down the near boards. Teague trying to fire it back deep. That comes back, grabbing it. Hilton fires it into the far corner. 7:44 left to go. Carter trying to dump it deep. That comes back into the near corner. Both teams scored once in the first. Both teams scored. So what happens when you grab your own gear running off of a hot spot? Into the far corner, coming ahead with her. Into the far corner. With her. Sends it over to Weeks into the near corner. 6:28 left to go.
She's looking behind.
That was an excellent opportunity for the Amazing Blue.
Tough angle, too.
6:24 left to go here in the second. That was an opportunity and a half by Carr.
She came right out of the phone booth alone, walked around everybody, and got a good shot on that. This goalie is big. That was a good shot.
Bargello, face off, won by Lindenwood, held in by Buxbaum, puts it into the far corner. Martinez with it there. Martinez goes back behind her goal. Pinned, trying to pull it away. Good job by Michigan.
Yeah.
As Gordon trying to get to it, or excuse me, Hung trying to get to it. Puck into the near corner. Bringing it ahead is Martinez. Martinez over to Antonio. Antonio trying to get it to Harishko. Hung has it. Hung gets into the Lindenwood zone there. They're pulled away by Antonio.
Here comes trouble.
Antonio moves it over to Harishko. Harishko on the near circle. Trying to get it back to Antonio on the near circle. And into the near corner. John staying close to the near pipe. Antonio gets it back to the near point. Shot there by Wither. 3:58 left to go here in the second. 2-2 is our score. Puck outside the far circle. Grab there. Here comes Michigan working ahead. Is Carr. Carr moves it over to Hung. Hung lances it right on the near circle with a shot that got stuck in a pair of skates. Went off of with her skates. Here comes Antonio. Antonio bringing it ahead. Antonio fires it.
Tired.
As Michigan coming ahead with it through the neutral zone is Katie German. Katie German.
Katie, you got to rip it.
It's back one-on-one. Katie German backhanded shot. And a save. And the puck comes back into the near corner. Cummings chasing it, trying to pull that back. Puck in along the foul boards. Tipped by Gordon into the neutral zone right in front of the Michigan goal zone.
Nice play. Such a smart player.
Into the neutral zone, coming traveling, moves it out.
She'll give it up.
Gordon coming over. Gordon trying to get it out to Simmer. That got deflected right off. Simmer chases it back behind the net. Battling back there with Bolton.
Looked to her wing, which was great. Drew everybody over, and then
right out in front. That off in their circle. Simmer gets it back to Ceballos. Ceballos moves it back behind for Cummings. And Simmer outside the far circle. Simmer. And to get that back.
Shoot.
Grab. Here comes Gordon. Oh, that just went wide.
Then she got a piece of it with the butt end. No idea. Has no idea where it is.
2:28 left to go here. Puck outside the near circle. Weeks with it. Weeks trying to move it ahead. Here comes Bolton. Bolton into the neutral zone. Coming down the near board. Swanson trying to knock that away. The puck back into the neutral zone right in front of the scorer's bench. Pull back. Simmer has it. Simmer through center ice. Simmer.
Smart play.
Chips it into the near corner. Grabs it there. Here comes Teague. Teague back behind her own goal from the near side.
Suicide pass.
Grab Swanson. Feeds it deep. Trying to get it over to Flazar. The puck into the near corner. Good nifty move by Teague. Gets it ahead. Here comes Fuchs. Fuchs through the neutral zone down on near the near boards. Fuchs.
Last 2 minutes.
Fires it back. 1 minute 48 seconds left to go. Here in the second, 2-2. Teague stops it at center ice. Fires it right back in. Stopped on a dime. Good stick work by her. Out in front. That comes outside the far circle. Swanson trying to move it over. Fuchs puts it right back behind the goal. Trying to grab it is Gustafson. The puck into the far corner. Matthews back. Michigan player down in the far corner and not getting up.
She got her head hit big time.
That is. And then a little pushing
Keegan?
and shoving, I believe.
No, too tall. Kelsey?
I believe it may be, yeah. Yeah, that's Kelsey Swanson who coming off the ice.
She really hit her head on the ice with that helmet.
Well, thank God she had the helmet.
Yeah, they've got a trainer here I saw earlier, so hopefully she'll get looked at.
Hopefully she's all right. The puck comes back behind Johns.
Tough player.
And along the near boards, held in. There's a shot by Withroth that goes into the far corner. Pulled back outside the far circle. Now moved over, grabbed underneath the near circle. With it. Outside the near circle, Bucksbaum moves back behind. Here comes Michigan through the neutral zone. That's sent to center ice. Lindahl trying to get to it. The puck in along the near boards. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Malashevsky. Malashevsky trying to get it away from Withroth. The puck right back behind the goal.
Hand right there.
Deflected off of a play out in front. Excellent opportunity for Michigan. And Bucksbaum has it back in her own zone.
I thought she was going to go cheese on the short side. We practiced that.
Malashevsky down it to Lindahl. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl in the near circle. Lindahl gets it over to Malashevsky. Malashevsky underneath the near circle.
She'll find somebody.
Now that puck back behind. 19 seconds left. We got Michigan would love to get the go-ahead goal here before the second intermission. They fired all the way back down. Ceballos chases it with 10 seconds left to go.
Put it on net.
In along the near boards. Grabbed. Fired ahead with it. Picked up into their own end. And that will do it for the second period. So, we're going to take a look with a little bit of the Michigan marching band. Well, first, your thoughts as much as you could see through the chain link fence of that second period.
We matched their energy. What I was really encouraged by is our forecheck is creating a situation where they're sending the puck behind their own net so hard that their wingers can't pick it up, and our F2 is getting to them and causing total havoc. And that's really playing into our hands. So if we can build on that, I think we're going to have a good third period. I'm happy to see the energy. And our depth has got to prove to be an advantage going into this period. 2 games close together. It's a good game.
Absolutely. Let's play a little bit of the Michigan. It's the second intermission. So time for I Can't Turn You Loose.
Ann Arbor, Michigan, Gary Lewis and his Blues Band.
we do our best to do what we can, and we go on from there. And appreciate your patience, Coach Ned.
It's funny for me. I feel bad that you guys come all this way and do all of this, and then the Wi-Fi fails.
That is the story of my life.
Oh my God! What a hobby! How about being frustrated as can be?
This is what gives me a lot of hair and a bald spot at the top of my head, but that's okay. Oh, that puck grabbed. Michigan has it in their own zone coming in. Here comes Lindenwood. Backhanded shot. Beautiful job by Katie German to knock it away out front. The puck outside the fire circle. Doty trying to put it right back behind John Ceballos and along the near boards. 19-14 left to go here. In the third, 2-2 is our score.
Still good energy. We're out shooting them 23-13 right now, Mark.
Summer loses an edge down on the ice. We've seen that a lot with this Michigan team, not having some issues with the ice. Lindenwood doesn't seem to have the same issue. They may just be used to it.
Are you calling out the skate partner?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not smart enough to do that. Coach has it. That's sent in along the foul boards, trying to pick it up. Here comes Lindenwood. They fire it back deep. Ceballos chases it into the near corner. Tip back. Now Ceballos in along the near boards. 18:30 left to go. Grabbed by Blazkowicz. Down the foul boards. Fired ahead by Cameron.
Hit somebody on Michigan's bench.
So I think Cummings was trying to get off of the ice, and that hit Cummings and blew it dead. And they're going to bring that back in the face-off circle out in front of the Lindenwood zone in the foul face-off circle. Puck fired back down, comes into the near corner, racing back to get it is Teague. Teague has it. Teague trying to spin with it. That grab by Lindahl. Lindahl poked away. Lindahl trying to get it back from Teague. Teague rims it all the way around, back into the neutral zone. Here comes Izzy German. Izzy German feeds it, banks it off the near boards, coming in. Lindahl chasing it. That poked right back into the neutral zone by Lindenwood. Gustafson trying to fire it. That intercepted.
Yeah, can't telegraph that pass.
Fuchs fires it. Now chipped right back to the Michigan blue line. Here comes Balashevsky. Balashevsky over to Hansen. Hansen trying to get into the zone. Good job to tip it away into the far corner as Bolton was right on top of her. That puck right back into the neutral zone. Grabbed at the blue line. Here comes Katie German. Katie German gains the zone. Top of the near circle. Katie German. With that shot.
Now that's using your teammate. That was sweet. She drew the whole team to her in the defensive zone, slipped it across.
Good opportunity. Good shot by Hung and a better save by Tung. And I need to pronounce that better so people can tell the difference.
The Hung-Tung trio.
As that outside the far circle, Carr has it. Moves it over to Gargiulo. Now pull back. Here comes Lindenwood through the neutral zone. And along the near boards. Katie German tips it. That grabbed in. Trying to poke it away. The puck into the far corner with it there. 17 minutes left to go. 2-2 is our score. Hung trying to pull it. Excuse me. That was not Hung as Hung took a check from behind.
They're going to call it penalty?
The legal body check is. We got to sign for a legal body check as Hung took a check in the far corner, and that will put Michigan on the power play as Wither will go into the box.
She could have actually taken a 5 there because you're not supposed to hit him from behind into the boards. It's all about the distance and the force.
Face-off in the near face-off circle. Michigan could really use to get this power play goal, take the lead here in the third. Malashevsky wins it back.
Rip it.
That's in there with a shot. Oh, that just came in. Come down. Michigan put it in.
Wow.
That's our best guesses.
That's puck luck bounce right there, baby. Nice quick shot. Good shot. That's opportunism. That's 130% right there. Good. We need to play smart.
6 seconds into the power play. That will
not get too happy.
Absolutely. So Michigan takes the 3-2 lead here with 16:53 left to go. Upward and coming in shot, but that's offsides.
Oh, good. Come on, Michigan. hold the fort here.
And unlike yesterday, well, no, we do have 3 officials for a hot second.
Well, they started the game with 3 today. That's the difference.
There you go.
The referee was late. The one who's calling penalties was late yesterday, so I got to take that power play off the board.
So they're going to try to get the power play off the board. They kind of just let it run and expire last time, but that's not the preferred method. Like I said, they have a mixer back in the scorer's box that I've been envious, and I've done sound for concerts. That's a heck of a mixer. Outside the near circle, coming in, that puck bounces back through the neutral zone, coming ahead. Here comes Antonio.
Nice
Great
play.
job to knock it away by Michigan defense. Big collision. Swanson went down, poked it away, takes a shot at the check by Carter. Comes all the way around. Izzy German has it in the far corner. Izzy German feeds it through the neutral zone over to Swanson. Swanson
can rip it.
Gains the zone, takes a shot that goes just wide to the far side. Grab by Flazar. Flazar in the far corner. Flazar. Had a puck in front of Matthews. That puck goes right back behind.
A lot of jerseys packed in front.
As that's a shot from the far point, knocked down. Here comes Lindenwood. Oh, good job there. Pulled it in by Bucksbaum. Lindenwood gets it in along the near boards. Firing it back deep is Miller. That puck slips outside the far circle. Bucksbaum with it there. Bucksbaum backhands it. That comes over to Kolwich into the near corner. Kolwich lifts it down the ice. That got knocked down by Bilton. Grabbed. Bucksbaum now rims it all the way the other direction.
Nice.
Picked up. Here comes Gordon. Gordon gets it ahead. That goes off of Martinez's skate. Avoids a racing Cummings and fired in by Kolwich. 15-19 left to go here in the third.
I love this forecheck. Guys are relentless.
That puck held in. Good job by Katie German to hold it in at the far point. Sent ahead. Intercepted by Ceballos. Ceballos lifts it back into the zone.
Smart play.
Michigan trying to keep the pressure on as Gordon gets a line change.
They're not too happy. They're good.
Puck back behind. Martinez trying to fire it ahead. That comes right in front of the scorer's bench. Hansen trying to grab it. That fired back. Katie German has it in the far corner.
Oh, watch your trailers.
14:45 left to go. And
penalty.
There was a Lindenwood player that ended up in the
KG's going to
net.
get a slash.
And slow to get up. We hope the Lindenwood player is okay. Is that Antonio? I believe it is.
She rocked her yesterday.
Harishko was down on her knees talking to her. Oh, Antonio able to get up. We don't want to see any of these players injured. And a fantastic round of applause by both of these fan bases. You gotta love that good sportsmanship.
And nice to see a trainer here too.
Very, very good, absolutely. We're incredibly lucky to make sure we have trainers at all of our home games.
Yep, Club Sports has moved into that direction, and we're very pleased.
We are very grateful to Club Sports of Michigan for that.
Okay, so we got our 100% PK on the line. Let's do it. This is huge.
Although I do think they scored a power play goal earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
That's okay. But don't trust my memory.
I'm not a stat guy. I was going to check the ACHA site, but I don't trust it. I'm only going to get myself in trouble here.
Teague has it back behind. Teague goes down to a knee trying to fire it ahead, so it's not just Michigan who has issues. Into the near corner, Lindahl trying to keep the puck down in the Lindenwood end. Lindahl battling through Lady Lions back there. There's a shot by Gustafson picked up. Malashevsky trying to fire it deep. As Lindenwood has it back behind their own goal. The Lions trying to pull it down the near boards. Fired and picked up by Doty. Doty ahead. Grabbed by Bolton, but not nowhere. Almost looked like he was going to come right across the puck again. Yep. Here comes Lindahl, that top of the fire circle. Weeks with it, deflected. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. As Izzy German fires it deep into the Lindenwood zone, she goes for a line change. Gargiulo providing pressure back in the Lindenwood end. 13:34 left to go. Puck down the near boards, bringing ahead is Antonio. We're glad to see she's okay.
That's her patented move. Pull up.
Spinning around in a short foam boat booth.
Yeah, that's it. far wing.
Ooh, shot from the far wing.
Not a late one-timer, but
Weeks with a shot that comes into the near corner. Harishko has it there. Harishko moves it to Antonio outside the near circle. Antonio gets it high slot, moving over onto the far circle. Back to the high slot for Wither. Wither moves to the 3-point.
That's a trigger.
Good job to tip it away by Gargiulo. Nice work. 13 seconds left in the power play by Lindenwood. Here comes Antonio outside the near circle.
Numbers, you got to take her. You got to take her.
As Gustafson making her go wide, that high slot over to Wither. Antonio back top of the near circle. Wither has it high slot. Wither comes over top of the far circle. Wither trying to down. Great save by Johns, as that was redirected right out in front. I don't know how she did that,
Good glove.
but that was impressive.
Got low. Saw the shot. That's great. Huge save.
Oh, Michigan incredibly blessed to have two very talented goaltenders. Face off in the far face-off circle. Michigan back to full strength. Puck into the far corner. Fuchs sends it for a ride around the boards. Tipped back. Michigan trying to get it out of the zone. Matthews had it. Now Matthews trying to tip it again. Here comes Katie German. Banks it off the far boards. Teague has it in her own zone. Teague in the slot, spins with it. Teague lifts it in the air, knocked down by Michigan, but picked up. Now coming the other direction is Miller over center ice. Miller fires it deep. That puck slides into the near corner. 12:05 left to go. Coming in along the far boards, Katie German gets it out into the neutral zone. Fired right back in.
Got him on a change.
That brought ahead. Katie German gets it in along the near boards. Swanson over to Flitzer with that shot. And a save by Tung. But a great shot by Early to put some pressure on their keeper.
Heck of a pass. Lindenwood's getting a little frustrated and just dumping it, trying to chase. And as the Michigan defense would just love that all game long. They can handle that pressure.
There's a quick shot by Hansen in the slot, pulled back into the neutral zone. Kolwich with it along the near boards. Kolwich fires it deep into the near corner of Lindenwood zone. Martinez back behind her own goal, coming up the far boards. And plucked up by Weeks. Weeks weaves her way down the far boards. Weeks through the neutral zone. Weeks tipped away. Great job to poke it away by Lindahl from behind.
I don't understand how a coach can just figure that's successful.
And along the near boards, Hansen pulls it back, trying to get it away from Aurishko. Over and along the near boards, Malashevsky tips it back. Here comes Hansen. Hansen gains his own top of the near circle. Hansen, that shot goes wide, comes outside the far circle. Here comes Lindenwood down the far boards. Aurishko with it into the Michigan zone. Izzy German trying to drive her wide in front, but just tipped that away.
Good defensive support.
Very good defense by Lindahl to steal a shot away from Harishko. Outside the far circle in the Lindenwood zone, Cameron has it, puts it back behind her own goal. Into the near corner. Lindenwood trying to get out of their own zone. Gargiulo providing pressure back there.
Everybody's flying.
10:28 left to go here in the third. Michigan with the 3-2 lead.
Put it on net.
Lindenwood is dangerous. Gargiulo with a shot that goes just high in a glove save.
I don't see any sign of fatigue. Michigan should be running 4 in 3 sets, so I'd like to see 14, 9, and 17 slow down on the weight, but see what happens.
Looks like our internet's behaving itself a little better on the video, so if you want to check that out, but again, if you have issues, we do have an audio broadcast going. Check that out at arborbroadcasting.com at the Michigan Women's Hockey page. Bringing it ahead. Here comes Gordon. Gordon gains his own, fires it back deep. That puck right back behind the goal.
Good play by Izzy. Izzy's having a heck of a game.
And slips into the neutral zone. Gustafson picks it up right in front of her own bench.
Good support.
Banks it off the foul boards. One of the Lindenwood players lost their stick. That was Fuchs. Puck back into their own zone. Teague with it there, trying to feed it ahead. Now Fuchs comes down the foul boards, but they're taken right away. Good job by Simmer to knock that away. Banked off of the near boards. Carter fires it in, but Izzy German gets the rush going the other direction. Stopped, moved back, and here comes Cummings. Oh, just away from her stick.
End of her shift.
Couldn't quite get it. That puck on the far circle and a save by Johns.
So they've got 15 shots, and we have 27, so that's a good number.
9:23 left to go here in the third. 3-2. We really appreciate you watching this game, supporting the athletes when you can't be there. Puck into the far corner. Weeks with it, trying to pull it away is Matthews. Ceballos back there trying to lever it, trying to poke that away. Comes underneath the nearest circle. Good job by Ceballos to quickly move it over. And Swanson with it, stolen away by Nickel.
When they turn their back like that, they're pinching, and that's going to either get somebody hurt or in trouble.
That puck comes in along the end board. Ceballos moves it over to Katie German in the near corner, trying to avoid Weeks. Battle for it outside the near circle in the Michigan zone.
Nice. Now Kelsey will be ready.
Doty trying to steal it away from Katie German, that into the neutral zone. That knocked away. Here comes Michigan. Flazella in the near circle. Flazella trying to get it out in front. And battle for it. That slips back high side back. Katie German with that shot. That got deflected. Katie German outside the far circle. Puck in along the end boards, back behind the Lindenwood goal. Grab there, bringing it ahead. Someone's lost his stick.
Number 9.
That was Antonio who lost her stick. Just on the near side of the one step. And Michigan takes a 2-goal lead.
Huge goal. Sorry I didn't see that, but I was watching number 9 take KG's number for losing her stick. So there's going to be a little animosity there, but took her off her game and let that happen.
8:19 left to go here in the third. Michigan up 4-2.
Now, I don't want to jinx this, Mark, but we were picking scores before the game with a couple parents, and I called it 5-2.
So Coach Ned asking for another Michigan goal to make him an excellent prognosticator.
And then quick, I'll call FanDuel.
Buy your lottery ticket. Support the local Michigan schools.
There you go.
It's a timeout call. Lindenwood wants to talk things over. What does Michigan have to do? Do they now need to focus on defense to try and lock things down, or do they continue with their offensive?
You don't want to take your foot off the pedal, but you want to make sure you have a forward always high in the slot in the offensive zone, so there's never an odd man rush. And you need to focus on taking care of our end first, make them bring it the distance. There's nothing wrong with dumping it and making them bring the distance, because you got to kill time. You don't need another goal. You just need to make sure they don't get another goal.
And that's Coach Ned saying he's okay if it's not the 5-2 score that he called.
A win is a win, right.
If parents are around have fantastic Maize Go Blue signs, that's excellent. Love to see that. Well, I didn't get a chance to do the Michigan scoreboard report at the second intermission. There was some kind of football contest in Happy Valley that the Wolverines won. We won't talk to Coach Ned about his Wisconsin team and
no, that was
Northwestern. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, you and me too. Number 9's having a little problem talking to the ref. She wears a C, so she can do that. I'm sure she's complaining about the physicality, but she sets herself up for that. So,
in along the far boards, trying to pull that back into the neutral zone. Bucksbaum with it. Bucksbaum gets it over to Kowich. Kowich banks it against the new boards. Hanson trying to fire it ahead. That puck loose, comes back into the zone. Kowich chases it. Bodie trying to pull that away back behind the Michigan goal.
Nice play. Dropped it to their partner. They're pinching from the point. They're going to go all out aggression.
Hanson gets it back into the neutral zone. They picked up. Here comes Malshevsky. Puck poked away from her by Antonio.
There you go.
Fires it all the way back. Back behind the Lindenwood goal. Grabbed in along the near boards by Cameron. Hanson providing pressure back in the Lindenwood end.
Just got to watch 9.
Popped up high.
Put the body on her.
Gustafson over to Izzy German. That fold ahead. Here comes Hung.
Nice play.
Working, trying. She's throwing one Hung on the narrow circle as she's giving everyone else a chance to change. Trying to fire it out in front. Hung into the near corner.
Strong play.
As that puck, top of the near circle, or far circle, trying to put it out. Hung got the rebound. Good bad save by Tung. And in along the near boards, here comes Gustafson.
I really like the way Michigan's responding. They're not taking giving up anything on the offensive end, but they're really, really smartly playing D.
Walker saved that off of a good shot by Izzy German from the high slot, comes outside the near circle. Trying to pull it away, that puck comes into the neutral zone, into the far corner. Gustafson chases it back.
Got him on a change.
Gustafson has it back behind their own goal. 6:31 left to go here in the third. Michigan up 4-2, trying to get a win here. They tied yesterday. 2-2 in overtime. They won the shootout, but it didn't count for anything but fun for us. As that dumped deep by Matthews. Back behind, trying to get to it. Matthews into the near corner. Battle there with Nichols. Now Swanson in, trying to peel that off of the near boards. 6:05 left to go here in the third. Brought away. Katie German moves it into the slot. There's a shot by Flazar, trying to get it back. Outside the far circle, Swanson back to Flazar in the far corner. She moves it back behind the goal into the near corner. Matthews with it there. She's ridden into the corner, pinned there by a pair of Lindenwood players. Pulled back to the near point, held in there by Katie German. Sliding back over, Swanson has it. Swanson rims it all the way around outside the near circle, picked up there. Battle for it in the near corner. Matthews pinned against the boards by Bilton.
It's a great way to kill a penalty.
Harder trying to get to it.
Kill the period.
5:25 left to go here in the third. Michigan keeping the puck down in the Lindenwood end.
They seldom score from this end on us.
That put in along the end boards. Yeah, that would be a heck of a shot going multiple blue lines. The puck at the near point. On the far circle, would not settle down. Excellent opportunity for Michigan, but that puck wouldn't settle down on the stick. Here comes Lindenwood down the foul boards is Fuchs. Fuchs gets it into the Michigan zone. Swanson gets it right back out into the neutral zone. Simmer trying to get to it. That pulled away. Here comes Katie German. Katie German down the foul boards. Has poked right back deep into the Michigan zone where Ceballos chases it back behind her own goal. Ceballos into the near corner. Ceballos puts it back into the far corner. Grab there. Here comes Michigan as Kolwich feeds it ahead.
Perfect rotation. Their defense is really moving it well back behind the net.
All the way back in the Lindenwood zone. No icing called. That banked off of the foul boards. Gordon trying to keep it in. That puck bouncing top of the near circle. Lindenwood has it down the near boards as Wither gets it to the Michigan blue line. Kolwich trying to get the rush going the other way. Here comes Antonio, top of the far circle. Antonio with a shot that goes right through the crease into the near corner. 4:10 left to go. Cummings has it outside the near circle, trying to get it around. There's Martinez with a shot that just went high.
Field goal attempt is no good.
They pull back as Kolwich has it underneath the near circle.
Nice play. Send it off the boards. Oh,
battle for physical outside the near circle as Kolwich and Antonio got tangled up. That goes into the far corner, back to Kolwich underneath the near circle. That fed ahead. Here comes Cummings. Cummings over the blue line. Cummings racing ahead with it over center.
Play.
Cummings fires it deep, goes off for a line change.
That's
good way to
freshman making a super smart play. Get a line change and dump it in. Make them bring it 200 feet.
Yeah, you're killing it. At least 15 seconds there, if not more. 3:26 left to go. Puck outside the near circle. Battle for it into the near corner. Malashevsky trying to get it back to Gustafson at the near point. Now Lindahl trying to pull it off the boards. That puck goes right back behind. Martinez, big collision. There's a hand raised. That is going to be, I believe, on Lindenwood, as that'll be an illegal body check back behind. A roughing is what they'll call it.
Wow, that's huge. You're going to have 2 of the 3 minutes of the rest of the period shorthanded.
Martinez, probably the other really big defender with Teague, is going to go into the box. So Michigan has a power play for 2 minutes of the remaining 3:09, barring anything else happening here.
So with that new Wi-Fi, we got to hold it the whole time?
Look, right now I'm holding the puck because I have green on the broadcast, and I'm afraid to move, okay?
I'm holding that rabbit ears in a certain way, and I'm wearing a flannel hat. Is that going to help?
Absolutely. Look, I'm a kid. I'm a child. I was born in 75. I'm a child of the 80s. I remember holding the rabbit ears to get the Lions game.
Child of the 80s. You're a kid.
Yes. Coming in, there's a shot that bounces off of the end boards. coming in along the near boards, trying to grab it into the near corner.
We got 2 people on the puck. We get the power play.
Here comes Belton, pulled away. Michigan working through their own zone, gets it into the neutral zone. Racing ahead is Hansen, top of the foul circle. That knocked away. Pull it in, shot off the side of the net. Comes into the far corner. Matthews with it there.
Settle, guys. We're on the power play.
Matthews outside the foul circle, moves it back to the foul point. Katie Sherman back to Matthews. Matthews trying to move it back behind. Now that underneath the near circle in the slot, trying to get the clear. And good defense. Matthews with the backhanded shot. That was a save by Tongue. Puck underneath, back behind the goal. That comes back, top of the foul circle. Now coming in, just deflected, grabbed Hansen with the shot. That comes into the near corner. 153, excuse me. 30 seconds left to go.
Two people.
Katie German trying to...
We're going to get a penalty.
As Teague has it, and that's going to be a holding call, I believe. Yep. Holding is the call against Katie German. She's complaining that Teague had her stick and she couldn't get it away.
That was a smart play by Teague.
What the official is saying, all the official says is Katie with her hand there.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's probably good that Katie didn't just let go of the stick and give Teague the opportunity to follow away at Johns. So, on for hockey for 32 seconds.
That's another free bad sausage and a warm jobel.
As Michigan talking things over, 4-on-4 hockey for 32 seconds. Then you'll have a minute 28-second power play, only we don't have that much longer in the game. So, barring anything else happening, Lindenwood will be on the power play in 28 seconds for the rest of the game. Michigan up 4-2 with 1:34 left to go.
You know, that's not all bad. That means we can ice it without a whistle.
That is lovely, absolutely, when they pull their goalkeeper, which you expect them to do at some point here once the penalty expires.
Look at that. Emily is so smart.
Malashevsky fires it into the far corner, trying to
Killing it
save
by
up
herself.
time. Now coming down the near boards, bringing it ahead. Here comes Harishko outside the near circle. Kolich drives away, steals the puck away, fires it.
That reach.
Lindenwood on the power play. Tongue is in goal, but we'll see if she goes as soon as Lindenwood gets it down the ice.
Nobody's even looking that way from the bench.
Lindahl comes in. Lindahl outside the far circle. That poked away. 50 seconds left to go. Michigan on the penalty kill. Now Antonio spins that around blue line.
She's tired.
And she has played a heck of a game and played a lot of it. Teague now. There goes the Lindenwood goalkeeper. We now have 6-on-4, but Michigan can ice the puck. Adam Front comes back behind. 30 seconds left to go. There's a whistle.
A whistle? I couldn't even hear it.
I know it's loud in here, and not just because I'm talking.
No, it's got a lot of reverberation. The good news is I can see this end.
28.8 seconds left to go. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Empty net to our left. 6-on-4. As they pull the goalkeeper for the extra attacker. Teague gets it over to Antonio, top of the near circle. Antonio back to Teague. High slot, back up block. Outside the near circle. Harishko gets it over to Antonio. Antonio, top of the near circle.
Really
back to Harishko. 14 seconds left to go. Antonio moves it over to Teague, top of the far circle. Wouldn't settle down for it.
Tie it up.
9 seconds left to go.
Block it.
6 seconds left to go. Shot from the high slot. And moving over. I think the John had a pass of it.
Pass in front.
Michigan wins. 4-2. They come one goal away from Coach Knight's prediction. And he'll take it. 2-goal win.
I'll take it and go sing. I love the way they responded with the energy. Good for them.
Absolutely. We appreciate all your wonderful help on the broadcast, Coach Ned.
I loved it.
Will race over and
dream.
he will sing with the team. We'll be back tomorrow at the McKendree Metroplex. So we will have that game for you. That is, I believe, what was that, 1:15?
I got to look it up.
I
can't look ahead.
Again,
thanks, Mark. Thanks, Jim.
Absolutely.
Everybody, thanks for your support. Bye-bye.
So Coach Knight heads back to pull up the item is. So it's 2:15 Eastern time, so that'll be 1:15 Central time. To James Wiseman, our cameraman. My name is Mark Wasserman. Thank you for putting up with the technical issues. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Michigan wins by a score of 4-2.